My name is Marcin Krzyżkowiak. It was almost close, but a little bit different. Thank you, everyone, for coming here. I assumed that during the last presentation there will be no one here, and if anyone comes, that they will be very tired. So I prepared my presentation based on photos, on pictures that will be much easier to probably at this time to understand them. Waste-free use of hemp under the concept of sustainable development is much different than all of the presentation or most of the presentation we've seen during those 2 days. Why? I will tell you during those 20 minutes and why under the concept of sustainability as well I will try to explain. I will need my cheat sheet because I'm stressed as you were. And Carolina, I'm really sorry for your back pain. I have the same problem, so I understand you. It will be much better, so don't worry. How can, this one, yep. Okay, so just to start with my introduction of myself, my history with hemp started in 2014. Before I took, in 2010, I took a gap year, which actually lasted for 4 years. But when I traveled, I've seen that the development that is happening at the moment looks like that. And my first question was, why? We have such a great plant, known for thousands of years, that even Jesus loved. It's from the 12th century cathedral in Montreal in Sicily. It's on the UNESCO list, so I believe it's true and real. Why we cannot use it? The answer came really fast when I started studying at Warsaw University of Technology. I wanted to focus my studies on hemp. That's why I choose Technician University, so I can develop my ideas. And what you see on the right is literally what they allowed me to do during my first year about hemp. Yeah, it's right, it's nothing. Everything I tried to, that's the company, oh, left, not right. Yeah, sorry, it's my fault. No, my left, you're right. Okay, on the right, there is nothing because every time I tried to speak about hemp, about cannabis, they say, no, it's not a topic for university. I always thought that academics are the place where we can discuss about everything, but unfortunately not in Poland, not at that point of time. But in 2015, our teacher asked us, our professors asked us to give a solution for some of those sustainable goals. These are goals made by United Nations in 2014, but sustainability, sustainable development, it's a phrase that came much earlier. When they asked us about preparing a solution for those problems, for those goals, I said, hey, hemp can make all of this. It's like 17 goals and I believe 169 tasks in those goals. And I try to explain as many of those goals using hemp products. And then they allowed me to do something finally. So during the next 3 years, we organized a few conferences about hemp. That one is actually the first one conference lecture about cannabis topic in Poland with Maciej Kowalski, founder of Hemp Poland, and now Kombinat Konopny, one of the most innovative guys in Poland, and also some other projects. So it was the first step. It was when I wanted to say about cannabis, it was not possible. But when I said it's a natural resource that can solve all the problems that we have at the moment, the climate problems, they said, okay, you can talk about that, but don't mention that it's a cannabis. So that was a problem. Finally, in 2018, they even invited me to speak at the TEDx about the sustainability of hemp. And in 2018, we also created with people from around the world a cannabis and sustainable development book that was presented during International Cannabis Policy Conference in Vienna in December 2018. I know that some of people on the conference were there. And we already have 2 versions of it. the first one, and the second one you can download it online or buy it. Anyway, it was a first step. It was 2018. We tried to put that book in United Nations bookstore in New York. They said no because it's about cannabis. But still, it made a big difference, I guess, at least in some institutions. Okay, so going to the sustainability, there are few concepts, few theories about that. I choose 3 of them. It's like global north and global south. I hope you're familiar with it. It's the blue countries exploit the red countries, and we want to change the situation. The other thing is from ego to eco. I really like that slide because, as you can see, there is a man above the female, and the female is on the same level as a whale. I don't know why, but I use it. And we want to go for the ecosystem, not ecosystem. We are not an owner of the world. We are a part of it. So the eco way, it's also the way that sustainability should go. The last theory is 3P. So we cannot forget about any of those P. And the part where it all meet and all companies should work, it's in the middle of it. We cannot forget about people, about planet, and the profit should be the last thing that we want to make. Coming back to those development goals, I will give you a quotation from United States. I don't want to change it. What is the sustainable development, actually? According to Our Common Future, the report from 1987, sustainable development is the development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. That's the definition, but it was in 1987. During those 30 years, nothing actually happened. So in 2014, as I said, United Nations created those 17 goals to try to help people achieving the sustainable development, which can change the situation on the world. As you can see, it's not only about, I'm not sure if it's not only about climate problem, it's also about equality, about quality education. So of course we cannot achieve all of them with hemp, but during my studies I created a model that can achieve 12 of them. And but why I focus on those goals when I'm saying about sustainability? Because I use it as a matrix. It was easy to convince people at the university or during conferences like that, that we can write every advantage that cannabis gives us into that matrix. It was a good way to present that. So going to the cannabis plant, as we know, it consists of flower, seeds, sheaves, leaves, and fiber. We mostly focus here about flowers, about cannabinoids. We shouldn't forget that it's not only cannabinoids, there are terpenes, amino acids, flavonoids, etc. But for me, for our company, most important and most interesting is the rest of the plant. Seeds, sheaves, and fiber. I will take a moment to tell you a bit why I think it's most valuable that traditional resources, first of all, seeds are very nutritional. They consist 30% of oil, full of essential amino acids, with a proportion of ratio of omega-6 to omega-3, the closest to what is the most suitable for people. 20 to 25% of proteins, which have the best amino acid profile from all of the plants that we know at the moment. Some say that peas has a better amino acid, but it's the same actually. Moreover, it's full of fiber, vitamins, etc. And that's why it's called the superfood. In Poland, we use also often name healthy food, but I hate it because what else is the food we eat? When this one is healthy, what is the rest then? Yeah? So going down to a fiber, it's very strong. It's light and strong. That's why very luxurious car companies use it in their cars, such as Bentley, Mercedes, Bugatti, use the hemp fiber as an insulation of their cars. But also it's very often used as an insulation material in houses, of course, paper production, yeah, and clothes, of course. Why clothes? Because it's UV protective, according to Polish researchers, and also it's anti-allergic. So there are great advantages against cotton, which I show you later. And the rest of the traditional materials. And sheaves, which is my main interest, is used as an animal bedding because it has a very great hygroscopic properties, even better than the normal straw that is used for animal bedding, but also as a base to create a hempcrete, building material out of cannabis stalk. And as I said, I will show you. Actually, talking about sustainability of hemp can take us like the conference like this all 2 days. So I just want to show you that one slide, which compares cotton to hemp. As we all know, hemp doesn't require any pesticides. Cotton actually uses 26% of the world's pesticides, but is grown only on 6 or 8% of world area and using 26 of pesticides. It grows much longer. Water, it's as you can see 4 times much more water, and etc. It's just one comparison. We can do that with trees. We can do that with soybean and other products. So just I see that I'm already talking 15 minutes, so just to give you some examples of the products that can be made out of hemp and which my company distribute. Actually, we are not a producer. I will tell a bit later about one manufacturing company that I also am co-owner. But Zelos and CannArch do not produce anything at the moment. We are mostly distributing premium products from all over the world, but from the companies that we trust and the companies that work sustainable and place ethic at the first point in their strategy. So starting with raw materials. That are seeds, of course, that can be hulled, that can be pressed into oil, that can be made into the protein. This is biomass from our partners ready to extraction. We do not sell flowers and no CBD oils, but bulk biomass. These are flowers prepared for teas, fiber, and of course sheaves or herds. We have also organic products as well as conventional one, and grow in Poland or in Czech Republic. Going down to the food, as I said, it's very nutritional and everything can be made out of it. Actually, teas. This is seed, but also chocolate, some biscuits, and also an oil. The other thing is that you can be made out of hemp oil are cosmetics. We have that nice Polish company that make it, that is all handmade in Katowice in Poland. They use no CBD, as I said, only oil and terpenes in the product that is not listed here, but there is also a pure hemp soap that is made with hemp terpenes, essential oils, yeah, how we also call it. The other thing are textiles. As I said, fiber can be used for textiles, and we cooperate with 2 companies at the moment. One is from Nepal, They use wild cannabis. They are turning them into nice products. It's all handmade by Nepalese women. And of course, it can be branded or can be pure. These are just few examples, but they have almost 50 products that can be like backpacks, some tool bags, and etc. And there is one other company from Turkey that also use wild cannabis grown in Turkey. And also by handmade, they do leashes, cut baskets, and even very nice home textiles, such as rugs. Unfortunately, those products that I show you are not very cheap. They are actually very expensive comparing to other traditional materials. It's because of course, scale, and because it's handmade. At the moment, we are also working with one of the Polish recognized cloth designer. She also worked in Germany for a few years. And before the Christmas, at the end of the year, we will introduce the first line of women and men clothes. It's actually my dream for a few years. I want to have a jacket made out of hemp, but it's not that easy. We tried to sew on our own, but we destroyed too many materials to do it anymore. So we tried with professionals, and it's going much better at the moment. Okay, sorry about that. It's a PDF, not PPT, so I cannot show you the pictures from below, but it's the presentation of few paper products that we have. Below, it's the Nepalese products, and on the top, it's our company's Bible, let's say that. As the first Bible of Gutenberg was printed on hemp paper, that's our company's first Bible about cannabis is also printed on hemp paper, and everyone who joins us has to read it. So it's, you know, also my folder is made out of hemp. It's handmade from Nepal, from the people from Nepal. The other thing is Hempcrete. It's my favorite use of hemp, favorite application. Why? Because of what you see. These are numbers from European Union statistics, and actually it's a big problem. So why we cannot use something more eco-friendly, such as Hempcrete? There are just three ingredients. It's hemp heart, sheaf, as we seen before, lime, binder, and water. It has a lot of advantages regarding the normal materials, especially its breathing, and make the environment inside very healthy. It's fireproof, mold resistant, which is not usual for the synthetic materials. And what is the biggest advantage? It's disadvantage of hemp, actually, that is light and it should be processed locally. But when we look at the sustainability of it, it's actually an advantage that it has to be processed locally because we can support the local communities. And of course, the CO2 absorption, as you know, is the biggest problem at the moment with climate changes. And as far as I know, that's the only building material that has that has the CO2 ratio. That absorbs CO2 from the air, not only created while producing the material, such as, for example, lime binder. Of course, it produces CO2, but hemp hairs during growing capture the CO2, and the hempcrete, while it's stabilizing, while it's drying, it also absorbs CO2 from the air. It's the same situation. I wanted to show you a few pictures from our first building in Łomża. We created like 30 square meters project for our research and development purposes. Actually, maybe it's better that I cannot show you the pictures from below, because on Sunday our ceiling collapsed. But that's what's happening when we are trying new inventions. But the building looks like that at the moment. It's in Łomża. I hope you can come one day and see it. And during the building we probably the first on the world online course of building with hemp, with our two partners, one of the biggest professionals in hemp industry in Europe. It should be online next month. The other thing, I mentioned the food company. I am co-owner since June last year, and also I'm chairman of board member of supervisory board. And we implemented a new strategy that I also created. And before I go about strategy, I wanted to show you why our projects actually had to slow down a bit last year. It's in Polish, you won't probably understand that, but just imagine that 23% is our export, 35% is our products for gastronomy. And when in March 2020, everything was stopped because of COVID, we lost 58% of our revenue streams, and we had to work it out. So unfortunately, we had to stop a few of our projects, but the new strategy includes those vegan line of sauces. That is a first step into introducing cannabis hemp oil in our products as well. As we know, in Poland, it's not a big market at the moment for hemp food products, but not making them fully out of hemp, but just adding a bit, so the taste won't be that much different than what we usually do. In our idea would be the best way to introduce cannabis in the mainstream food. Also, I really believe that there is no sustainable cannabis development without efficiency. So we are working with few producers of machines. This is a small-scale decorticator for companies that, for farmers that want to have another stream of revenue, not only by flowers. It's made by Latvian engineer, and it can be bought online. The other thing is Henry's hemp harvester that was created actually for also small-scale farmers. But this year it sold out, and everything was bought by Canadian marijuana producers that don't want to strip buds by hand. Then they use it. And actually, as I said, it was mentioned for somebody else, but everything they produce at the moment, they are booked until the end of the year from Canadian companies. Also, we started cooperation some time ago with Plantalux. It's a Polish light producer. At the moment, they also have some other solutions for growing vegetables. Actually, they have started with tomato production in Kazakhstan, but now they are working also with cannabis companies, bringing those LED lights into Switzerland. This is Spain, Switzerland, and Poland. This is a new project called Green Jungle. Maybe you've heard about that. It's a 40-feet container, fully equipped to grow cannabis inside, and also with all the equipment is made by Plantalux. Not last, but I want to say something about research and development that we do. We are working with my alma mater, which you already know, and also the university from my hometown, from Łomża. And we work, I can show you a few projects that hopefully will be on the market soon. First one is, these are plates made out of husk of seed. because when we press the seed or we try to dehull it for proteins consumption, the husk is usually used as a feed for cows or pigs. We change it with our partner for plates. Unfortunately, hemp is not such a good product for that. We cannot make a 100% hemp plate. At the moment, we can make 10% hemp plate, but it's the same as with the hemp plastic. Yeah? That is the normal plastic with some fiber reinforcement. We don't want to do that. We want to have as much hemp as possible. That's why we are waiting. The other thing is, as I said, hemp salad dressing made by Bona, which will be like the next step after the vegan line, and also hemp milk. I don't know if it's plant milk, if it's good name, but it's a drink made out of hemp protein and also hemp-based proteins as a meat substitute. It's the same problem as with plates. We cannot make 100% hemp plant-based meat. It has to be mixed with something else. And this is the project I'm really not yet proud, but I think it has a great potential. I don't want to tell too much because we have that NDA with the Canadian scientist. It worked on the small brick and one bulb, but if it worked in the whole house, then probably Elon Musk would be endangered with his solar wall, because it's similar to that solution, but of course fully natural. And I think also there is the crucial thing for developing the market is information. So since 2018, we are cooperating with Hemp Today. It's an information service based in NACWO. I hope some of you know it. You can read information from all over the world on the website. At the moment, it's also in Portuguese, Deutsch, and Czech and Japan languages. So if you know any of those 4 languages, you can also read other stories. And that's the network we create with Hemp Today. There are companies from all over the world. Actually, they are coming 4 times a year. They are coming to NACWO, to Poland. It's the middle of nowhere. And we have their guests from Mongolia, from South Africa, from Australia, which is really cool that we can bring people from the industry from all over the world to Poland. And we will have 3 events this and beginning of next year. This one and this one is in Poland, as I said, in NACWO, and the one will be the 2nd Asian Summit in Kathmandu. You are most welcome to join us. And actually, that's it. That's everything from me. I hope I didn't bore you too much. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to ask. Thank you very much.